We're going to be reviewing our Circus Sit today, as well as a frog in spiral drop. Now, this is an updated version. My original, I didn't mention something called dynamic load, and I feel like it's something that I should just at least mention. I always want to make sure that you have good, proper instruction and that I keep you safe in your practice. When we're dropping, we are under something called dynamic load, and we can compound our weight up to 10 times of what we actually are. So a 200-pound person doing a drop could be putting a force or a load on our rig or our fixture of up to 2,000 pounds. I know it's tempting to want to hang our hammock from a tree branch, but do we really know how sturdy that tree branch is, especially when it comes to something like a drop? Same thing with our rigs. Now we have rigs that are very expensive, a couple of thousands of dollars usually, that can support drops. And then we have other rigs, usually a couple $100 or up to $1,000, that can support aerial yoga. If I'm in a situation like that and I take a drop, I don't throw myself into my drop, I lower myself into my drop to lessen the dynamic load. And if you're anything like me and you're in the ceiling, it's good to talk to some kind of contractor or engineer to make sure that you are rigged safely. Number one, we don't want to damage our ceiling, and number two, more importantly, I want to keep you free from injury. All right, let's take a look at our poses. Circus Sit, frog, and spiral drop. First things first is we have our back straddle inversion. Coming up onto your toes, you'll want to find that sacrum as you slowly lower back. The legs widen and the feet cross in front. Our classic back straddle inversion, we've been here before. Remember to stop swinging. We always use the backs of the hands on the floor. Feet will kick through the fabric, catching the backs of the knee creases. Ab crunch up, finding the fabric just over the knees. Press up and out. This is your classic Circus Sit. While you're here, you can make shapes. I like this one. I feel like I'm an archer. And if you're unsure about how to get out, all you're gonna do is exit the same way you came in. Knees will pull together, right? We can slowly lower down with those hands. We end up right back to where we started. For our frog drop, our setup is exactly the same. Coming into our back straddle, find the sacrum as you fall back. Legs cross in front. Remember, we use the backs of the hands for stopping the swing. Knees kick through. Ab crunch up, climb up the fabric. Legs come wide. Our setup, the knees will bend. Watch my hands, thumbs on the inside, elbows on the outside, falling forward. We end up right back to where we started. For our spiral drop, setup is exactly the same. Climbing up, find your Circus Sit. One knee will bend, opposite arm crosses the chest. We spiral into the knee. Knee catches one or both of the poles, coming into a beautiful leg hang. Pike both feet to your face, back straddle inversion. Now filming this, I may have done 10 or 20 sits. Sometimes you do get a little bit of bruising and definitely some pinching in your thighs. That does subside. Remember, we have both sides, climbing up and into our Circus Sit. Knee bends, opposite arm crosses the chest, roll into the knee. The knee catches one or both of the poles as you come into your leg hang. Remember that as you're coming out, it's always slowly and maybe taking that moment to just pause and let yourself get situated to being right side up. Take your time with these, explore them, make sure you feel comfortable with them. I'm sure you'll see them in some of my upcoming classes if you haven't already. I'm here to try to help you have a safe aerial yoga experience at home. Hopefully I will work with you and see you again soon.